Like, I never wanted to go. Every summer, my father would force me to go there. I hate, not because I didn't want to see my family, but the living conditions, third world country, 20 hours out of the day, no electricity, 20 hours of the day, no water. If you had a well, you were lucky. And the food was horrible, and I would get sick. And you would walk into a hospital, a quote unquote hospital, and it was like, brother, you have to bring your own cover with you. Like, so going from the American standard to that and seeing my people struggling for freedom was really the beginning of my enlightenment as a human being, and realizing, like, this is the problem with so many Americans. They don't know anything outside their neighborhood. So many people don't even leave their zip code. They don't know nothing about the world. And that should be even easier with today's technology. I can sit and watch and listen to people from all over the earth, even translating. And it's like we become stupider. Like, it's amazing to me. Technology's gone like this, and we've become stupider. It's insane to me. And it's because the manipulation of algorithms and all that. So to make it short, how did I end up here? I've been active my whole life. I first became politically active during the Bosnian War, because they were being straight up slaughtered. Then it led to the, attack of my people. I lost 28 people in that war, friends and family very close to me. I spent every summer with them. I know what it's like to get a phone call and find out your uncles and cousins got wiped out. 2001, I was underneath the World Trade when it was hit. Okay, so I walked out from underneath the World Trade Center Plaza, E-Train last stop, World Trade. I was there that day when it happened, saw it with my own eyes. Escaped over the Brooklyn Bridge as they collapsed behind us. And that was another galvanizing moment in my enlightenment, like going deep down the wormhole, because I am a Muslim. I am a Muslim American, and hearing the news is pushing all this stuff from that time period. Say, wait, this is not what my faith teaches us. Why are they painting my religion like this? Okay, there was a couple lunatics, but why are you pushing my faith? So that forced me to go deep into my studies and try to understand, is this really what my religion, and I don't come from a religious family. Albanians are not, they're very secular. We have a very diverse population, Christian, Orthodox, Catholic, Muslim. We're one of the only countries in Europe that never killed each other over faith. I'm very proud of my people for that. We saved every Jew that came to us during the Holocaust. My family, my mom's side, was involved with the royal family. They were in power when Mussolini invaded Albania and then the Nazis took over. My grandmother's two brothers were hung by the SS, 16 and 18 years old, hung off trees. My first cousins are Jewish. They're the reason I'm alive. Their mom married my uncle, which brought him to America, and then he brought my dad to America. Without them, I wouldn't be alive. The fact that anyone even online even tries to say I'm anti-Jewish or anti-Semitic is ridiculous, literally ridiculous. And the reason I get all this hatred is because of what you guys said earlier, trying to bring people together. Now I know why Mahatma Gandhi got on the back of his head, Martin Luther King, like why all these people, because it's like sick, but like you're literally trying to bring people together. Sometimes you're pointing out the hypocrisy. You're not doing it to pick on the other side. Be like, hey, you're attacking me for this. Look at your own house. Put your own house in order first before you're throwing stones. And everyone's falling for the bait. So they'll throw out stuff to radicalize Christians, radicalize Muslims, radicalize Jews, radicalize people that are not. And it's like they've set the charges all over the nation, and they're just getting ready for that one. I truly believe there is an agenda to create a complete civil war in our country. 100%. I believe America was used like the mafia uses a hitman. And now that they've set the world stage, it's time to get rid of the hitman, because now our freedom is in their way.
It's, man, there's so much to go off there. I mean, let's start. Okay, I want to start with the whole Putin thing. Just that idea that he was talking about, like you can't find a Putin speech. You could find, you got to search for it.
Yeah.
And then when it's translated, it's similar. It's similar to be honest, similar to Hitler speeches. And I'm not a Hitler guy. I'm not a Hitler bro. I got a lot of problems. I think he's paganistic. I think a lot of the iconography around. Yeah, we can get into that stuff. That he's like deep into the occult of real society, all that like that. But when you listen to his speeches, you're like, what did he say that was so wrong? It seems aggressive in German, but so does, just saying hi seems aggressive. But when you look at Putin, you're like, oh, they're actually like, they're banning the synagogue of not the Jews, like the literal Satanists. They're making that illegal in their country.
And it wasn't just in their country. In the beginning of the Ukraine struggle, when it really popped off and it really became at the forefront of our attention here in the West, he was claiming that the West was captured by Satanists. And what people were saying to dismiss that was that he was playing off these sentiments that were becoming popular on, conspiracy corners of the internet in America. So in other words, he's leveraging this idea that we in America falsely believe that at the upper echelons of politics, Satanism plays a massive role. But I'm looking at it and I'm going, from where I'm sitting, I'm having a
sure
hard
looks like
time
it, yeah.
disagreeing with him. So yeah, it's hard to find those. But to your point, when you do find them, it's like, what is this guy saying? And he was saying, at that time at least, some pretty alarming.
And again, this is a world leader of a different country, so he could be saying it just to stoke some flames in our country and really make the divide bigger. But what he said was true.
Right. Well, that
So I
kind of
gotta-
goes to that Yuri Bezmenov thing of like, is he trying to subvert and destabilize our country by
Telling us the truth.
yeah, by telling us the truth. But then what does it beget? What it begets is our erosion of faith in these institutions, in these massive institutions in America, our political institutions. We are now suspicious of the idea that there are Satanists that are pulling the strings and passing legislation and doing one thing or
But
another.
there needs to be erosion of the faith of these institutions because, I mean, if we want to get into like Charlie Kirk stuff, this is the most recent thing. We could say, yeah, sure, it was a trans person did this, but I mean, from where I'm sitting, it looks like a patsy. It looks like an inside job,
Yeah.
which only can be carried out by like deep government institutions.
Mm-hmm. And that Yuri Bezmenov thing also said that we would lose our faith in institutions like our education system. This is all happening on campus. After Charlie, the whole thing happens with him. There's another individual. I don't really follow him. I don't know what his name is, but I just see that he's going there. He's got a "Make America Great Again" hat, and he is being escorted off of the campus, and he's getting tailed by like crowds of black students that are like, they look like they're blood, like they're trying to beat this dude's ass for going on and doing the same thing.
There's no more conversation to be had. And part of me, Beck, I know Beck is working the other way, but part of me is like, good. Like we're in a point in America where we're past persuasion, and we've been there for a long time. If we're going to be completely honest, we've probably been there for 10 years. And now we're finally realizing it.
Well, maybe that's a good place to kind of land it and pass the ball to Beck, is like, you're a guy who believes in the conversation. And now the sentiment is there is no conversation to be had. I'm sure you've seen this sentiment, especially on X, on platforms like that. Do you think that there's still time, or where are we in that?
I think we're at critical mass. I think we don't have a lot of time left. I'm expecting some type of catastrophic event. I think they're already planting the seeds. The Muslims, the this, the that. They're playing that game again. Okay. And I believe that we are literally at the climax moment of the Great Awakening, if you believe in that.